Hello friends, in this video we are going to use Python to create an AWS EC2 instance. As you know that mostly we use Terraform and other solutions to create EC2 instances, but Python also provides some modules and that we are going to see in this video, and we will see a live project how exactly we can create EC2 instances. So just jump in there, and this is my console which I'm going to use, Visual Studio Code, which you can also use. Before that, I would like to introduce Boto 3 and AWS also. You can subscribe this channel to learn many similar things and technology. Now, this is Boto 3. This is a module which is provided. You can use this module using pip install Boto 3, and there is another video already there to help you doing the installation part. And another thing which we need is configuring AWS CLI. So AWS CLI, if it is already configured for you, that's well and fine. If not, then you need to configure it. For that purpose also, I have already created a video earlier. You can go in my playlist and you can see that. I'm coming back to AWS portal. Here you can see how many instances are running. As of now, I don't have any instances running here. So we are going to create an EC2 instance using our Python code. I have already installed the Boto 3 module. So what we are going to do here first is going to import that module. So let's go to the editor and import Boto 3. So you can see, since it is already there, it is already suggesting to use import Boto 3, and then we have to use the service name. So I'm going to put the service name as EC2 itself, and this is a variable, and what we have to do, we have to assign that boto3.resource. We need to define the resource, and what will be our resource? It would be EC2. That will be our resource. And now we need to provide the details about what kind of instance we want to create that. So let's provide the details, and instance equals to, so it's a variable again, and in this variable we have to provide for this EC2, we have to say create instance instead of comma it should be dot EC2 instance EC2 dot create instances, and now we have to supply the values here within this. So what we need to provide, image ID. Image ID is very important aspect which should be provided, and image ID. Now you would be thinking that how exactly I'm writing this code. So if you go into this Boto 3 documentation and you search, you will be able to find different samples also, like how to create S3 and others. So you can search here and you can find, like you want to create EC2 instance. So search here and you will be able to find out how exactly to create, like import Boto and EC2 connection, EC2 definition. So that's how you can find the sample code here and you can utilize that code. So you have to search from here. You don't need to memorize everything. And for you, I'm doing here, and you can utilize this code also. I can provide this code in the chat also, so that would help. Instance ID. Now, image ID is something we need to pick from AWS. So let's go and let's choose some of the existing AMI images. So let's say we are using Amazon Linux AWS, and it is a T2 micro. Then we should be having our AMI code also, and we should be able to see which AMI we are using. So now you can see this AMI is available here, and we can provide this AMI value here inside. Also, you need to make sure that whatever region you are using, in that region this AMI should be available, because if you are using different regions, AMI images are differently named. So let's provide this value here. Now instance type should be, we can have T2 micro for the test purpose, T2 dot micro. You can see we are using here T2 micro. You can provide any other value from this drop down. So the same thing which we do it manually here, rest of the details has to be provided like that only. And we can provide how many count, max count or min count. These are also parameters which you can define here. So max count equals to 1 and min count also, and that's it. We have all the variables defined within this, and now we just need to list the value. So list ec2 dot instances, ec2 dot instance, list function we are going to call an ec2 instance, and let's try to run this. So this is our final code, and you can see what all parameters we are supplying. Now let's try to run this code. Okay, I'm executing this code, so you will see the kind of response we are going to get after running the code. Okay, so you can see since we are not providing all the values and we have just chosen some of the variables, let's see if it has created something. Okay, so we can see there is an instance created on AWS. Let's go and see the details. You can see there's public IP address, private IP address defined, AMI is defined, right? So whatever minimum values for this test purpose we have provided, those values are visible. Now we can see it is T2 micro and what is the AMI code, and we can see that the same AMI is being used here also. So the AMI image ID which we have provided and the instance type we have provided, both are available there. So we can see exactly same image has been created.